And welcome back, everybody, to the Millions Super High Roller Series here in Sochi. And well, Jeff, some bonus coverage.
Yeah, nice game. No limit Holdem. This is what we know. Let's see who we got to see. Oh, look at this.
Look at this table. Well, it's the guys from Malaysia leading the way with the biggest name on the table. There's no doubt who that is. The man there with the US flag, Phil Ivey, in the mix.
Yeah, this is going to be fun to watch.
46 players.
46 entrants, 32 left. Oh, hello.
Hi, my name's Phil. I've got aces.
On the button. Goes for a small sizing, less than 3x in position.
Right.
And it's one of those guys, right? Like Phil Ivey, you got 10-8 suited, you get 3-bet, you're gonna want to peel, right? You want to try to take out Phil.
I'm kind of surprised Phil's gone for such a
small
sizing. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, you wonder if he's balanced or if
it just feels to me like he's like, I got aces, I'll make it small, then he'll call.
Yeah. It's also a little bit shorter. I mean,
I don't know much about you though. I don't know if Jeff, you've come across him before.
No, not familiar. It's a board that Ivey just flops top set, which is, it's always nice to have top set, but also it's unlikely on this texture unless his opponent has a flush draw, he's going to get much action. But there's still some stuff. I mean, if he has 4s, 5s, or obviously spades.
Right, yeah. Occasionally you get really lucky and they have the case ace.
Look at that small bet.
You never know. 10 into 58, yeah.
It's almost, I don't want to use the word disrespectful, but it's like almost a little like
kicking sand in his face.
Yeah, like, hey man, open up the door to let him do something creative, but
you sit down at a table and Phil Ivey looks at you, that's the time you start quaking.
Yeah.
He's the one guy who has not lost it over 20 years. It does allow Sergi and Ben in as well from the big.
Yeah. It's rare you see 4-way.
Wow. Ben with the flush draw. Phil, top 2. You with, well, the gut short, backdoor clubs.
Yes, pretty big flop for a Holdem for everyone to have.
Yes.
Ivey's got to love this. Look at that watch he's got on there. It's a nice looking watch. I don't know what that is.
Got a little watch on, got the Stony on, and got the Russian cap on.
Yeah.
It's going all out today. 25k the bet.
Ben Heath with a purely, well, he's got a backdoor gutter or backdoor low wheel draw too.
Right.
It's gonna be one of those spots, multi-way, a low flush draw shrinks up a lot, especially against someone who you just know you're gonna hit it and probably not get paid. It's got some potential here.
Right, his draw's a little bit more concealed, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He does decide to make that call.
Yeah, definitely a Broadway card, not the one he was looking for exactly, but does improve his hand. One of the worst cards in Ivey's mind is a player raised, then calls, so he's got to think he might likely hands are ace-jack, ace-king.
Right.
Could play ace-king like this, you're right. So it's not your dream card. Also didn't want to see a heart, so he's still going to be value betting though. And if he calls here,
I can't see how he can call again.
Yeah, be surprised. I mean, he just seems very interested, but yeah, it's hard, right? What are you looking to hit?
Like, I quite like the flop call, but Phil betting twice, having bet this flop 4-way.
Is he thinking about making a move at this? Gotta believe Phil's looks pretty interested, right? Betting 50 here with his stack size. What's in the pot? He looks like he's ready to make a move. Certainly wouldn't work.
I mean, it's a pretty sick spot, right? Because he can have ace-king, he can have ace-queen, he can have kings, he can have queens, he can have aces. Whereas Phil, just flatting pre-flop, doesn't have ace-king. Probably doesn't have an ace-queen, although he does in this instance. Doesn't have queens, kings, or aces. So his only real strong hands would be a hand like ace-7 or pocket 7. So it's definitely an avenue, but
But as it turns out, whoa,
Oh.
interesting.
Just going for the little induce. A little bit less, Jeff.
Yep. Oh, Ivey with a pretty nice hand. Not going to play, though.
I mean, this is just way up in hands Ben's raised with from the cutoff, so.
Yeah, got to be concerning for Ben seeing that, though, realizing that this looks very strong, although 2 10s in the spot is a massive hand cutoff versus button, around 20 blinds. But he is in and
puts in those orange 25Ks. That is a classic flip. Ben will take it.
fair fight. You can see, though, those 10s with the nice advantage still. It's
Yeah,
a
we're going to
hand,
have our
I'm
short deck
telling
mind,
you.
you see? Like,
Yeah. Yep.
and yeah, Ace Queen's not your hand, is it, Jeff?
No. Still yet to see a good thing happen with that. It's just hard. I'm telling you, it's really hard.
King 8 deuce, backdoor straight draws and backdoor flush draw, of course, but the 7 is neither of those. Just an ace or a queen.
Oh, it looked like one, but it's not.
Yeah, it's the drunk man's ace. You, I'm sure, will be back out on the floor in a moment. Mateos, and he's got a fair few chips already there. Those oranges, 25K a piece, so it's up over 5 starting stacks.
Yeah, I like Soyza going for the squeeze here, and Smiling knows that he's got a. Oh man, this is
dear.
one where.
Good game, Michael.
Well, yes, it's what's in the pot there, 105.
Yeah.
Stack the pot ratio, SPR is close. I mean, Ivan's basically got
It's
pot.
1.3, isn't it? So.
And Ivan's got the club, a little bit of backup. Certainly going to be betting.
He's got some strong sunglasses as well, Jeff.
Yeah, he looks focused today. And Soyza doesn't have a lot of options here.
It seems like all-in's the play, doesn't it? Ivan's going to have some hands that can call a little weaker. You don't want to let him see that river for free.
Yeah, I think it's just going to rip it in here.
This is what's so tough, though, as we're saying, Jeff, playing Ivan, because when they wake up with a hand, they get you.
This is what he was trying to eliminate, a hand like ace-jack off. Okay, so he's going to just call. It's all right.
He's going to give him max room. That's what these boys do.
Yep.
The king, a little bit warming for him. I guess there are some turn cards that give him straight draws, and he blocks perhaps some of those straight draws.
That is a brick. And now look at the stack, the pot. They're both, I mean, Ivan has a half pot bet behind. Michael's got 2/3. I mean, I think this is just going to be a rip and a call probably. Yep. Oh,
he's
Ivan
greedy.
is going for
he's milking him.
a little bit of milk situation going on. I would like to see a shove here. I think, you know, a hand like king queen, a hand like clubs, you want to charge. I guess, you know, if you did get re-raised, maybe you got ace queen or ace king, you're giving them a price that maybe isn't right to call.
I
but
kind of like it. Ivan's a bluffy kind of guy as well. There we go, the jam.
He's certainly got a call.
You got queens, kings, aces. I mean, obviously he's calling.
You can see Ivan Leow, even though he's super aggressive, does think, right? He's not just a snap call even with the top here. He realizes not a lot of great news, but, I mean, I just can't imagine him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he can't. He's got this hand. Obviously, the ace of clubs isn't great, but...
Wow, I mean, he's
always calling, Jeff. It's just one of those...
Michael's going to be surprised
to
see this.
You can understand though, Michael, yeah, it does have all the overpairs still.
Right.
No, you have queens. You can cut me one.
There we go.
Rebuy.
Very nicely played, and
Oh, it says rebuy, but I think he's got chips back. There we go. It does have 31K back.
None of your business.
2 spots. Alexi. Well, not a bad flop for Alexi.
Welcome.
Raises it up with ace jack, gets a couple of calls, flops a full house, first hand at the table.
welcome to the table.
Yeah, like, easy game. And he's going to get some action here. Ben with ace 10. Ivan's going to hang around with his pair.
Uh-oh. Ivan's hunting for something he doesn't want.
Yeah. The old...
Ben's got himself in a pretty bad spot here as well. It's almost like too good to fold, and you just don't imagine your opponent's leading out with the full house.
Right, I mean, Ben's hand just figures to be good here a lot. Thinking, but I can't seem to do anything but calling. Jeff, there's no reason to raise his hand.
No, he's definitely not raising. I think you almost see like you want to get out of the way. It's like something's up. Ivan's peeling as wide as 5s, though, so.
And, well, he picks up a raw flush draw, does
Whoa.
Ben on the turn. And this is only out. The other club's going to get him in trouble. Of course, an ace for chop.
This is some. Alexi's probably in his mind thinking, what could go wrong? Well, all of a sudden, I don't have the nuts, you know? There's a few hands that beat him. Well, there's the queen 10 of clubs, pocket kings. And he does check. I mean, it's interesting that he would check. Oh, my goodness. It's interesting he bets with that. Now he doesn't have to worry.
I
Well,
like it, right? He's supposed to slow down on that card, isn't he? The clubs come in.
Yeah.
You know, Ivan's called from a small blind. He can have a jack. He can have queen 10. He can have clubs. Ben's overcalled in the big blind. He can have all the club combos because he's never going to fold a suited hand in the big blind in this action. I really like that check back in a theoretical sense, right? Alexi's just...
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, a guy with maybe clubs go for it now.
Oh, and they both checked to him again. I mean, it's really hard for Alexi to see how he can get paid.
Right. I guess
You have to hope someone's got an ace. And
he's going for 40, 50,000.
yeah,
He's going big.
I like just going big here and just...
Yeah, hope the ace is
someone's
there.
got an ace, you get paid. If they don't, you don't.
Imagine Ivan decides to rep the quads.
He can have them.
Yeah.
Peel from the small. Check call flop. And Ben, of course, snapping with that ace. Welcome to the table.
Yes.
Well, there you go. He is climbing up there, 400k, just behind Alexei Gortkov, who came in here and made quads first hand. Webster the shortest, but 150k. We're playing 3k, 6k. These guys are getting a pretty deep stack now. What is about halfway through, I guess, day 1.
Yeah.
Ben with a couple of suited cards. Looks like he wants to get involved as well.
Yeah, his hand just plays well. He's got no reason to squeeze. Like a hand like King Jack off would be a good hand to squeeze. 6 deuce suited. If he hits his hand, he can feel pretty good about it. And the whoa, both have a oh man,
yeah.
Wow. Phil got a pretty special flop for the King 10 off. And Ivan can't like what's going on here, although he does have the Queen of Spades.
And a little perhaps surprising to see Phil bet this one, but maybe not necessarily. But a second pair and the nut flush draw, maybe one he can check back, but decides to bet it. I mean, Ivan can definitely call with some weaker hands, as can Ben.
Oh man.
Oh dear. That's where Phil gets paid.
Look at that look. He's just thinking about he's just like trying to look not interested. And he is like, I have the nuts versus the wildest guy at the table.
$45 is the bet. Ivan, of course, will be going nowhere with the second nuts.
Wow, this is a dream scenario for Phil.
I mean, this is just a question of how much he bets is how much he's going to win, right?
He set up a pot-size river shove.
Yeah, and it's just...
And the board does pair, but that's still...
That shouldn't really change us, right? Because Phil's not betting a set or 2 pair on the turn that sizing, is he? He's checking those backs.
No,
so
and for Ivan's perspective, just thinking if Phil could think, you know, Ivan somehow could find a boat, but it doesn't matter. He's got the nut flush, and he knows he's getting called by Queen of Spade, Jack of Spade, and... And Ivan saw this going differently in his head.
Yeah.
He saw a
Oh, please.
trap turned into a
Yeah, he just limped the
tough
queens.
situation.
Just flat the queens, pardon me, from the small. Makes the second nut flush.
You gotta think, what hand is Phil bluffing in this scenario, though? To ship it like this, is he turning? Is he just got a random? Ivan does not appear to be a guy that is going to be folding the second nuts. I mean, and you can't blame him really in this spot. It's just
He can't fold this one. You gotta.
I don't know, man. You know. But yeah, it's just like what is Phil shelling off here, though? You know, is there maybe the board pairs are? You're right though. Like, is he doesn't bet a set or two pair?
No, he doesn't. He just checks those hands back. He's happy to see the river with
Ivan's
those.
probably like, he knows. Ivan's like, man, I'm a wild player. Is Phil really trying to bluff me here? You know, because Ivan knows he's perceived that way.
Right, of course. But I mean, Ivan just has so many like one pair hands, even some lower spades. They get this way, they
Ivan
can comfortable
get
folding.
out of the way.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he just thinks
I think
he's not going to try and bluff me.
I think he can get away. Ivan has it's so hard though, right? You're just like with the queen of spades. You see that flop, you're like, come on, and then you hit the turn, you're like, all right, and then you're like, come on. Field size up to 54. It was 49 not long ago. His head's in the right spot here. He wants to lay it down. Listen, he's got a banner on the wall outside. He's won an event here. He's using two-time make. I think he's going to find it. I think he's going to find the fold.
He might. I mean, I still think I like the call, but
Look at this. That's a muck face. Fold.
wow.
Oh, Mr. Leow. Ivan Leow. Phil's got to feel sick. Oh, my goodness. What a world-class fold there.
Wow.
Very nice.
Where'd you go, Jeff? I mean, that's
Ivey, good fold?
that's.
Huh?
Yes.
You cannot bluff me. Please.
You have queen, queen.
Also realize got to work. Got to deal with the Ivy in the big blind.
All right, a little something going on here. Got a gut shot for Alexei. Backdoor spades with the 8 of spades. Phil's second pair, happy to check it back. And, well, he picks up his own gut shot.
Double gutted now for Alexei. Phil, I'm a little surprised he checked that back, but I think it's fine either way. And
Bet
he's
we met with a call.
certainly not going anywhere. Alexei debating if he does have a spade in his hand, does have some blockers to the straight. Does he want to bet? What's he getting to fold?
Right, he's going to give it a go. You got 23 into 34 on 2/3.
I think
Interesting
based
spot
on how
here
he's
for
seen
Phil.
player play, I think he's thinks he plays pretty snug, but got to think about it here.
All right, is he thinking, does Alexei bet a 5 here, just kind of protection? Is he turn a 5, but river another one? Is he?
I think Ivey can work out a call here, although it's not a slam dunk call. I don't know, 5. Does he bet a 5? And then it's like maybe he just has a jack that he checked and then decided to start betting. But
I mean, what are the bluffs? Like 8x for sure. I mean, Phil hasn't seen anything from this guy other than him turn over good hands, and that's why he folds. You know, I think I like it.
nice bet, and yeah, makes sense. Fold makes sense. He's got a good hand to bluff with. He's got the 8 and the spade.
Yeah. Phil limping with 6s. Sergi checking his 8-6 in the big. And well, gets a little interest in this flop. 9-9-7, the open ender.
expect Sergi to bet here. It's pretty good
Right.
flop. You got 8 high and you flop open-ended in a limp pot.
Yeah. Phil, of course, going nowhere with his 2-pair. Checks the turn once more.
Sergi definitely could fire this again. He's thinking Phil could limp in, just have a lot of ace highs that's going to stick on for one.
Right, so go bigger here, and that's exactly what he's done. He's bet pot. Again, I think with a pair, does Phil have to stick around here?
Sizing's pretty big. It's tough, right? I don't
we
think
go.
so. Like, it's hard now. What are you doing? And is he betting a 7 though, like that? So it's kind of like a 9 or nothing, and a 9 or a draw. But even against like 10 Jack, 10 8, all these different hands, you're just not in a great spot.
Moving his 11 blinds from the button.
Paul with the Queen 5 suited, and Adrian. Oh, let's see if anyone can do it. I think Mateos can. This is the one that I don't know how anyone wins with ace queen, but let's see.
He's the one who can.
Yeah, I think this could be ace high flop. Maybe it's how he looks at the cards. Yep, still queen. Still alive. Closer.
As clean as it gets, Jeff. It's as clean
He's
as
out
it
the
gets.
door. That adds. We know it adds percentage. When
Yeah,
you
but there's
stand
no
up.
jacket to put on, no bag.
Oh yeah, he needs. Sorry, yeah, he needs a.
Wasn't properly equipped.
You need some articles to remove on the way. Yeah.
That's only half the story.
Oh, I think Paul's interested in that ace king hand. King queen. He wants to know what the player
Yeah,
has.
he's gonna wait.
He's looking right there.
He's gonna have to wait a little while for that one.
Yeah. Webster finds a pretty hand, but he happens to be dominated. Although he does have flush draws and.
Okay. Some backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw chances in this one, Jeff. It's not dead yet.
Oh.
There we go.
Now I'm probably about the right amount.
Oh.
Here it is.
Short deck.
Calls short deck from Soyza.
The man, this guy.
Calls, he's ahead, dominating, and then the runner. And I mean, look at the swing and stacks there. It goes from 15, instead he would have had 50 blinds. So
Right.
pretty big swing there.
Left the shortest. Mateus, of course, still way out in front.
There it is.
Yeah, it's one of those. He came to the right decision. Ben's going to be surprised, I think, to see a hand that strong.
Yeah, he probably thought it was king queen suited or pocket eights. As it plays. Oh, man.
Seven's a good start, and ace is a better follow-up.
Short deck.
Short deck's been called. Oh, additional outs for the tens.
Now I need long deck. Yeah.
Long deck it is. 4 on the end.
So Ben gets unlucky and then lucky, and Vanush sets a trap of sorts that works, but works against him. And frustrating to get moved to the feature, finds a good spot. Again, one of those swings he's got, instead of having over 400,000, he's on the short stack. I liked where his head's at. He was sort of going with that limp shove strategy. Limp trap. Thought he could maybe get him to fold some hands he might be
No short deck.
squeezing with.
But
And
it's not decent short deck, so it can't be.
still 2-1 only behind. Oh, picks up a gut shot. Safe going to the river, so he's going to need an ace or a 4. He's got the half stand-up working. And safe for Soyza. Unlucky for Vanush. Got it all in. Basically, both exact same situation. Ace X suited versus his 10s, he lost, and then he got it in with the Ace X suited versus other players' 10s and lost. So he went 0 for 2 in those same spots, and hopefully see him back again for some of the other events. And Michael Soyza up to 50 blinds.
Well, Jeff, I can't tell you that that is the end of our coverage for the day. And where we leave it, Sam Trickett is out in front. I can tell you, of course, as well, they are actually going to play on, but this is where our coverage breaks. So when we rejoin them tomorrow, I assume it will be the final 9. And welcome back, one and all, to Sochi. We are, of course, here for the Millions Super High Roller Series. And today, we have the final table of event number 2, that 25k no limit Holdem event, and it is The mysterious, tricky Ivan Leow leading the way, 85 bigs, a massive chip lead over the second place player, of course. In there with 38 bigs, Sam Trickett, and then again a big drop off to perhaps one of the best in the world in Andrea Mateos. We see Arthur with 24 bigs, fairly comfortable given that we're now 9-handed, but the rest of them all pretty short. Guaranteed $43,500 for this cash, but everyone will have eyes on 10 times that amount. That is what our winner will walk away with, as well, of course. That's the title of the 25k Super High Roller. Say it right. You've got some of the best in the world, and you've got some real characters from this high stakes world. That man, one of them, Ivan Leow, just put and pull to the test straight away. Our runaway chip leader. And it's no surprise to see him there, Jeff. That's just his style of play, to get a lot of chips.
It's interesting here. It looks like he raised King Queen suited to 70 off a pretty short stack. And if you're Webster here,
again, it's like bottom of where you want to be at, right?
Yeah, you're kind of thinking, what is Phil? Is Phil shoving? You would think he might shove a hand like this, right? Like he's going to be min raising a lot of king, his top premiums, but it does show if a player of Phil's caliber has some raises, not just shoves, even with good hands. And this is what he didn't want to see.
Yeah, and it's 10 blinds. I just don't see Jeff with king queen suited how you can fold for 10 blinds, but who knows? Maybe he decides with the ICM in play. But something tells me Phil's probably someone who's I'm going to go out and say he's probably a little bit less knowledgeable about ICM than some of the newer pros, but also probably someone who cares a little bit less about it as well.
Yeah.
Phil loves to win. He's trying everything, isn't he?
He doesn't have his Russia hat on today, which I'm worried about. That's that's working
got him
well.
here.
I don't know what that one is. Maybe that's... He's doing some math, thinking about it. I mean, again, he's just going to have jacks, 10s, 9s, ace 10, ace jack like he has. Doesn't want to see ace queen,
Phil
ace king.
says whatever. We'll take that.
Yeah, it's a
40% chance to knock out a player, and well, got a pretty decent stack himself.
Whatever, Sam.
Whatever, you had a good feeling.
Well, that is a horrendous flop for Phil. Reduced to just 4 outs. He can be killed by any heart.
Jack is good card.
Hello.
Good card for Phil.
Back in the game.
Very good card.
Another 6 outs popping out. Ace, king, queen on 9 that isn't a heart will send Webster to the rail. And that's exactly what it is.
Good feeling.
Whoa.
Yeah, good feeling.
It feels like a pretty bad beat once you've seen that flop.
Yeah. Wow.
For Ivey, ladies and gentlemen. 850k.
Man.
Webster, well, had a ninth, $43,500. He'll throw another $6,500 on top and pop on over to that 50k you see in the background.
Yeah, that.
So I can call. Yeah, so I don't want, if I make it 60, I might. If I make it 60, I might
price
call.
himself in.
Yeah.
Ivan is going to call. Play as many hands as he can with that big stack from the small blind queen 10 off. Pull in the big.
Yeah, he is suited. He's short enough where, he's getting such a good price that to get back into it. The problem is that, as we see, he's dominated in this spot. So it's tricky, right? These are very difficult hands to play because your offense just dominated.
This is a bit of a flop.
Yeah.
We've got Ivan.
No, this is
open-ender and overcard pulls flop top pair. Matthias has flop top pair with a better kick. This could all go in.
Yeah, Paul's got to just rip it here.
And this is House of Paul's ripping at Matthias. We assume going to rip it as well, and then you got to try and make Ivan fold an open-ender and an overcard.
Stop the clock first.
Oh, you have to stop the clock.
Stop the clock. Yeah, before you count.
Give it another 20 seconds.
Yeah, Paul's got to like that. I mean, he's so short, gets in, flops top pair, but he actually he's running diamonds. He's got 3. He's got some stuff happening. Ivan's got a big chunk of this board. No flush draw out there, so queen 10, the best draw possible. Blocks actually the nuts, but I mean, this is Matthias. I mean, there's only one move here, right? What's he gonna do?
I mean, I feel like you just got to commit, haven't you? You don't want Ivan to overcall with like a pair and a gut shot.
Yeah, or this particular exact hand. But I mean, whoa.
Okay, he doesn't let it call. He's going to have some hands that he doesn't want to shove with, right? 9s, 8s. If he's open with a 9. And now Ivan, I guess it just makes sense just to call, right? He either makes his hand or he makes his hand, he makes the nuts.
Yeah,
I think the jamming doesn't achieve a whole lot, does it, making Matthias fold?
Wait,
He does fold.
he folded? Wait, he called, or did? No, Matthias called. Okay, he folded. Wow.
I'm surprised he folded that one.
Yeah,
Jeff.
me too.
I mean, it's just a nut draw. I guess there's not a lot of. Oh, let's talk about it in a second. As Paul misses the turn, just needs a 3 or an 8 for the chop. Deuce on the end.
Ivan's dialed in today. Saved
Yeah.
some chips and.
It's an interesting one. I know there's not a lot back to win. He's getting a pretty good price there. You figure you got an overcard. Well, as if we took a quick look at that and how it's affected our final table, Otto, the shortest with 9 bigs. Middle of the pack situation going on. Just Ivan Leow way out in front with that 2.7 million chips. And Jeff, I do understand these guys are taking the final table photo now. So we're going to have a very short break, no more than 5 minutes, and then play will resume here at Casino Sochi. Mateus in the cutter, finding 10s, opening it up. Ivan 3-bets the button.
There's just no way out of a flip here.
Mateus is loving life.
Yeah.
He's sick when he sees ace king.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, it's Ivan. He can't have a hand.
Yeah.
Play 2040. Raise 65.
Yeah. It's 80k.
All in.
No, doesn't matter. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Well,
40K.
I can tell you who everyone is rooting for
was
several
40K
reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teos, definitely known as one of the best tournament
Is there
players in the
an
world.
idea?
Also pay jumps.
Yeah.
Also just
Yeah.
chip disparity, right?
Is there
It's
enough on that one,
Did you put 40 in or?
evens
Yeah.
things up a bit
I
versus
put 30 in each. It's 40.
All right, well, the blind's going up mid-hand.
Take the
Let's see a
pool
little
out the
mistake
guy.
there.
I tried. Almost.
Well, 10, 5, 3, all but seals it. Backdoor spades in a couple of running straight chances for Ivan. But not to be. 10's full, easy.
How much? 660.
That's what it is, Jeff. If you're one of
life
the best
of
in the world, you
Mateos.
just you flop
I
sets
was
in these
watching
spots.
his all-in, you know, his demeanor, and just seeing maybe pick up on some energetic stuff there. He just does it, you know. Those huge. Those are big flips, man. Final
Massive.
tables, ICM, gets a min cash. He's in the 50K. All of a sudden now he's actually, I don't know if he played short deck. Maybe he's got the day off. But either way, it's a big swing. 20% of chips in play all of a sudden.
Speaking of, I'm gonna raise the minimum on the button. King 10 of diamonds. Sam with an ace in the small.
Sam kind of going at. I mean, this one is off Phil stack, his min race. Wow, this is.
Yeah, I'm surprised because Arthur's so short in the big blind. He's going to get a lot of hands in. Phil's not opening quite as wide as maybe usual.
You know, I think though, here's the thing. When Phil min raises here and Sam has an ace in this situation, you got to believe if Phil has like King Jack, you know, or if he has the King Queens, pocket sevens, pocket eights, he's shoving, right? I don't think he's going to min raise most likely. So Sam basically says, I know you know, and kind of realizes he probably has a hand like this.
Right, these slightly more mediocre, or as nutted hands as well. Of course.
Right.
Phil's going to have
So
a bit of balance
you know,
in there.
for that reason, I think this is Phil partially. You know, this is, I think, I don't know how I see this situation. Phil really prides himself on his post-flop ability, likes to, you know, not be all in. But in this particular scenario in tournaments, I would like to see him shove for this reason, just because, like, if, let's say Sam even has ace-jack, ace-9 suited, you know, these type of hands, like, you want to be first in, take your equity. Say Sam has eights here. You know, you're going to get the equity in, and then a spot like you're opening up Sam, a player who goes for spots like this isn't going to happen. You're just going to win the pot. You take it down, archer short. I think it's this is the exact reason why you'd want to shove a hand like this. And Sam's taking advantage of this spot.
Yeah, and Phil said this is stupid. I think maybe regretting not having just jammed it in.
Yeah, Phil's going to fold here. He's going to fold. I mean, the guy's got 200K in the big blind.
Right.
He's got still enough to play with. There's other short stack. Like, it's just a great spot for Sam to shove. And this is I think he knows he should have shoved that one. And Sam.
2 players shorter, considerably so.
There's no friends at the poker table, but that one, you know, when Ivey watches the replay, he's going to see Sam going, taking every spot, the 3-4.
Just because you don't mind losing to me. Huh? You don't mind losing to me. Is that why?
Just because.
Phil definitely a little irritated about that spot.
Diamond. I was going to call. Swear to God, I was going to. I mean, just
I understand.
Just felt like calling.
You're not winning.
Huh?
Yeah, that's all you got to say for Sam. That spot, you were not winning.
Make you feel better. Nice friend winner.
Yeah,
I'm a nice friend winner.
Yeah, but you make me feel better. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah.
Nice friend like that until he sees the ace-4 offsuit later on.
Right. And now you got queens, Phil. Yeah, see, this is a hand I would expect. These are the hands to raise off this kind of stack. Queens, kings, ace-king. To be fair, though, so here's how I would approach that. I actually was just going over some of these spots, and it makes sense because you do want to have some raise folds. So if you're only min-raising queens, kings, aces, ace-king suited, not that, you know, in a vacuum, not like everyone's going to know that, though, anyway, but you'd want to maybe have like a king-8 suited, you know, an ace, ace-4, or some hands where you might want to raise fold, plug those in, but then the hands like king-10 suited, king-jack suited, your pairs you want to shove. That's just like your smaller pairs. But you can't just have min raises with aces and kings, or else then everyone's going to be like, oh, that's the guy that just always has it.
Matthias, king-10 suited in the big. Is he thinking about doing something here?
Yeah,
I mean, call seems the
for sure the right play.
Play, but he's
seen Phil's min raise.
He is.
And look at Phil's going to get a bite on this one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Feels like not folding this time, pal.
We'll have some time to train.
I'm a little bit interested about that, I guess.
What did you have, sevens? Did you really? You did, right?
Not just then. Oh, no.
No, before that.
Ah, thank you.
What's the difference? I'm going to see it in a second. So sick.
You're not going to see shit.
What is wrong with you? I'm going to see it.
I told you enough. I could tell you shit.
10, 6, deuce, Matthias, some extra outs. Phil, though, looking pretty good for the double up here.
Something's really wrong with you. I'm going to see it.
There is something wrong with me, obviously.
Oh,
There it is.
Left.
2 outs, 1 card to come. Otherwise, Phil Ivey is off to play short deck.
Unlucky, mate.
Here it is, Matthias. What a great start he's had, Jeff.
That's a tough spot when Ivey's sitting there asking you, and I'm going to see it soon, because in Sam's mind, you know, like, you don't want to be, I had ace-4, like, it's like you don't want to, like, kind of rattle him or, like, upset him, and then the next thing you know, the card hits.
But it's also quite funny. I almost feel like it's beneath Phil Ivey to be asking a player what he had in hand. The Phil Ivey I know is a massive enigma who doesn't care what you think or what you did. You know,
True.
he's already worked it all out.
So when Ivan leads here, I'm not in love with this, because I think for that reason that Matthias checks, it means he has some kind of equity, right? If Matthias did have like queen king, I think he's going to bet here on the flop. So when he checks back, means in my mind he has some showdown value. So this ace-5 stab
Right.
is pretty
There's maybe a
ambitious,
few
but-
hands you can make him fold, but none of them are that likely.
Yeah, and this is a pretty strong run out for Ivan.
Check, check. Ace wins. It's a little unfortunate Matthias had his hand as strong as a 9 because he may well have stabbed at that one himself.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam is going to call. He has an ace. Artur flipping with Jack 10 suited.
I mean, what's he waiting for? What's it? 1, 2 blinds?
Yeah.
3 blind?
Just over 4 blinds, so 3 more.
Yeah.
Sam does cool, and as I say, this is a flip.
And Artur got... Oh, no one has a spade.
All spades, as you say, none there. Queen, Jack or 10. See Artur take the lead in this one.
Spade makes it even more interesting. No.
5 gives Sam a wheel draw. Not that he needs it, just needs to fade those 10 cards. And another bust out. Artur
was it.
out in 6. Going fast, Jeff. These guys are getting it in.
Yeah. Also, the short stacks are getting knocked out. You know, the runouts. Yeah, the hand with Matthias, where if he defended King 10 suited, he's going to get it in there anyway. Not
Right.
that it really matters, but you can see that was, you know, that was one.
One deviation, should we say.
Yeah. And I was a bit surprised he shoved that particular hand because he's likely behind.
Just climbing on up there. Everyone now guaranteed 116. Mateos, thoughts of more than that.
Now here's a guy that I think can win with ace queen. Let's see. I like his hand here. I think he's gonna. It's in the cutoff. He's got position now.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, we kind of alluded, Jeff, that this might happen. The final started short stacked with that long bubble, but quite quickly we got to the stage where now we got all these guys with like 30 or 40 bigs, some with more. Only Tim short. Hasjan limping in the cutoff. Interesting.
I like it. He's just
Just
it's
mixing
like
up, right?
also
You got
just
Ivan's going to 3-bet him quite wide, so he wants to limp in. He wants to have some strong hands when he limps. Sam completed the small with King 10 and flops best on King Jack Deuce. But it is Mateos who's going to fire one out here from the cutoff with his nut gut shot and, of course, backdoor diamonds.
also maybe Mateos just knows that ace queen, so not a great
It's tough
hand.
to win
Try
with,
not
right?
to put you can't fold it, so you either raise or call and minimize the amount you put in.
I'm surprised, though, like, ace queen's in that limp range. I mean, we just learn when you watch Mateos every time. I mean, Sam, if he were to hit his gin card, would be in a lot of trouble.
Yep. And now Adrian decides, do I want to put pressure on a jack?
And that's exactly what it looks like he's going to do. It's
And
hard to
how
write.
strong can Sam's king be? It's like not king jack, he blocks king queen. It's
Right.
not ace king, so all of a sudden he can kind of say it's likely king X if he has a king or a jack. Like even jack queen, jack 10 can't really hold on here.
And there we go, he's bet big, going for pot. And on the flip of this, right, we know Mateos is going to be balanced, and he's going to limp some strong hands, but we don't expect it to be... I mean, there aren't too many hands we expect to limp in and be strong on this flop, right? We assume ace-king he's raising. We'd assume ace-queen is raising probably as well, but... he gives up.
Yeah.
Interesting, very interesting
I
hand.
wonder if on a spade he would, like a 8 of spades, if he would rip
Right.
it in there, which...
Right, Sam can't have jack X of spade. He could have king X of spades, but
Right.
makes it quite an attractive proposition. Here we go. In they go.
So tight. Very
It's so tight, eh? Just waits for hands.
Wait for pocket.
Waits for hands.
Ivan with 1 over.
Yeah, no. It's,
Not so tight.
Very tight.
no.
Yeah.
It's a good hand. It qualifies
Yeah.
for sure.
Ooh.
Wow, he finds the king, but a 10
Wow.
rolls out behind it.
Man, he's... 10s are hot. Some Oh, that's the
here we
best
go.
card in the deck for
Queen
basically
or
the
heart.
best. Yeah.
Or pardon me, even the 7, the 8, of course, would give him the low straight.
Oof.
Ooh, the red card. Tim, back to 15 blinds. Ivan, still over 2 million in chips.
Literally the best card in the
Image
deck.
paid off.
Nah,
Oh, there
too
we go.
lazy.
He's the only one that plays. We can make this structure hour and a half levels.
Make 220.
Well, there we go, Jeff. There was the answer.
The answer. We even got to find out the other guys aren't either.
Yeah,
so
it's funny because I saw when they discussed shortening the clock from 45 minutes to 40, Tim was like, whatever. I could tell he didn't want to do it, but he's like, whatever you guys want.
Right.
It's tough in these events. You don't want to, but you know you kind of have to say yes to that question. Like, it's a brave man who tells Paul, no, we're keeping the structure as it is, and you
Yeah.
miss that event, you're missing it.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 minutes a level, not much, but does add up. It gets you, you know, half
Yeah,
hour
it's-
extra time. You can play short deck. You know, guys are gambling at the early stages.
I always think, Jeff, in these kind of situations, you know, registration closes and that short deck at the time it closes, but there can be caveats. There can be, if you're on the final table of the tournament from the day before, then we'll allow you to come in a little bit later. So I'd like to see the situation dealt with, because say Ivan goes on to win this and misses out on playing that event. It's not great.
Yeah, I agree.
Is this the one excuse for being late?
This time, Matthias goes with the delayed C-bet.
And perfect hand to be up against Ivan with an ace is going to call.
Wow, he's going to raise.
Oh, hang on a second, yeah. Wow.
Wow. You know, and this is, he might see this one through, honestly, with this, him. He's just on a pure heart bluff, right? Like, just no equity bluff, really. Well, what, three out bluff. But the thing is, I think he knows that, too, that Matthias is going to check back. He's repping a 7, right? He's saying, look, I would check a flop with a 7, and then on the turn, I would check raise you. And this is a tough spot. It's just so crazy. You know, Ivan's like the guy that you know could really go for like a crazy play, but it's still difficult. It shows you how strong a play this is. So his hand's too good to fold.
On the flip, obviously, it's not ideal having ace high, right? We want Matthias to have a delayed c-bet with some ace highs. So
yeah.
Well, let's see what happens. Matthias, obviously, with a very strong hand, the way he's played this one, raising up, checking back, jack 7-7.
Ivan got bailed out with an ace last time. This time it is the fake ace, and just decide what he wants to do here. Ivan's going to go for it. Adrian's very interested in this, too. He knows, like, he's repping a 7.
It seems to me if you're doing this with ace high, you've got to follow up, right? Because ace high is good enough just to call the turn with.
Yeah, and I think Matthias is going to be happy to check down here. Yeah.
Oh, Ivan's slipping in a little bit, Jeff.
Yeah. Trying to rep a 7, which, you know, it's ambitious. I like it. But to your point, I think a hand like 8-9 or 8-10 or some sort of gut shot turn with not blocking an ace,
Right.
that would probably be a better hand selection. But, you know, again, you got to give it to him. He's not afraid. If he had shelled off there, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just don't know what Matthias would do in that spot.
I think it'll have to be a really big shell in the end.
Yeah.
He had 2x pot. Oh, look at this. Ivan went for his chips, checks back, makes 2 pair. Tim with top pair and the open ender.
Wow. Massive
Tim.
boards for both players here.
Yeah, I mean, Tim's got such a lovely hand that he may elect still to check
Wow,
it.
so interesting. Yeah, if Ivan bets, he's going to get he's going to get shoved on. Now he does hit in the 2 pair, and that board's so wet. Tim might just have to.
Yeah, I thought Tim's going to lead here, but I'm saying that it's a pretty good hand for him to check call if he wanted to have some kings that still check this turn, given he has the straight draw and he blocks both diamonds and spades. He bets, gets shoved on, and he's just going to have to call, isn't he? He's just such a wet board. Again, now working against him having the 7 of spades, but does give him those additional outs.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got a fair amount of stuff going on here. He's open-ended. He can, an 8 wins it for him, a 7, a 9, a 4, a king. That's a lot of cards. And huge pot for Ivan. This is a big moment for
I mean, it would see him basically short his stack if he were to lose this. That'd be a
And
big
he
change.
gets
Lose it, he
done.
doesn't. Oh,
Ivan Leow with the knockout. Back over 2 million.
yeah, and Tim did a good job. As you say, only won one hand on this final, but walks away with over 100k. And as we heard him mention there, he does not play short deck. There is, of course, Russian commentary available as well. Not that we want you to leave, myself and Jeff, but maybe you just clicked on here, you're like, hang on a second, I want to hear some Russian opinion. And I do gather, actually, interesting that if you are that way, Artur is going to join the Russian guys in the booth shortly.
Very cool. Yeah.
Nice, he busted out, he wants to come in and say a few words.
Yeah, thought he played well, and he really lost that flip. That was it. Ace queen suited. Sam said he came out here on the way in. I remember he was saying, I'm not sure if I'm going to play really any tournaments. There's some cash games around,
Right.
just kind of be here on the scene, and then all of a sudden, yeah, maybe he's going for he'll be in the 250 now potentially.
Sam raising the cutoff test with an easy jam from the big.
Yeah, fist pump jam. Ace king realizing there's hands that are going to get called. He's dominating, especially short-handed. As we mentioned, the hand rankings really drastically change as you get short-handed. Sam just giving it a little posture, not a tank, but just want to let him know, hey, like, know what's going on.
No bluff, no bluff. Good cut.
Again, I see some of you questioning what CSU was on the payouts. It is the Casino Sochi units, but they are, for all intents and purposes, equivalent to a US dollar. I'm kind of surprised to see Ivan check this one. I think it's going to have a flop I would have expected him to bet. He's going to play as 10 high flush draw as a check call.
Hello.
There it is.
There's
What a great one it is to see as well,
100%.
Jack, queen, or ace.
Sam hates this, of course. I mean, it goes from top pair in a decent spot to losing to any spade, and not a guy you're gonna. Oh, makes a pair. He's got all the spades out there. Actually, good card for Ivan. I would like to see him bet this.
I love it. He's checked. He's going to let Sam. He's going to give Sam some rope.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, now that I think about it, you're right. Maybe it
Yeah.
is a better play.
Yeah,
Although Sam may call for a chop, but this is
275. He's never folding.
man. Listen, I'll tell you what. He is not, but he has shown us a couple, the queen 10 and the small.
Very scared. Very tight. Very tight. Yo, very tight.
I haven't let him know. Listen, trick the trickster there. Very nice hand.
Big pot there. Very significant. It's up to over 3.2 million, and that again has really established a big lead in this final.
I'm actually not sure what I like better there. As it worked out, it worked out. That was a great. It got maybe the max. I just wonder if he had bet if Sam would find a fold or not on that board.
It's interesting. I think Sam's just going to bet all his hands. I think he's going to bet when he's got a bigger spade than the board, and I think he's going to bet there as he did. I think
maybe that's
just
best
check
play.
call that one. Ivan Leow up to 54. Big Sam still in second with 31. Just ahead of Ibinger, and it is Mateos. Just 9 bigs as things stand, Jeff. He's the one on the hot seat.
Yep. Impressive by Ivan, who had the chip lead, lost a couple big hands, lost the flip to Mateos early on, ace king of tens, and then still finds himself back to the chip lead, and that's shown his willingness to go for it.
Yeah, this is the spot he's most comfortable in.
Okay, here's a couple of hands, although ace 5 not so attractive.
Again, with Mateos so short, Sam just got to fold this, I think. Let the chip leader do his thing.
He has other intentions. He's looks like gonna 3-bet it to maybe 400. It's got 3 there, but it's not enough. 4 would be. Boom.
There you go. That's what it is. It does go for it. Yeah, with you, I like the sizing. 3-bet.
I think Ivan's gonna allow this.
You got to let him do it once, right?
King 10 though, it's a decent 4-bet jam spot. But there hasn't really been any playing back. I think it's gonna work. Yeah. Nice. That's a big swing for Sam. Takes a little bit of a chance there and does pick up. Also sets a little bit of the tone.
Precedence there, right? And it breaks the momentum of Ivan. And that's what's going to happen. Ivan finds a king. Ace, Jack, 10, Sam, top pair. You know, Jeff almost effectively top pair, top kicker, right? We know Ivan doesn't have ace queen, ace king.
Yeah. Ace 10, ace jack either. It's almost for sure. So pretty safe. He does have a key card, the king, but gives it up. No spade.
And we see Jeff. It looks like the. If you are just joining us, this is the 25k final table. We are down to our final 4 players as we look to crown our second champion of the week, our first No Limit Holdem championship. There are the 4. It is Mateus on the shortest stack, just 5 bigs. Ivey with 20. Sam, 27. But Ivan Leow out in front where he's been for most of this final. Flying the Malay flag just as quickly.
It's a great spot for Sam. I mean, with aces, and it's as likely your opponent hits this board when defends. King 10, 6, just going to be somewhere in there. And he actually has top pair.
Right, and just a decision for Adrian whether he check jams or just check calls and let Sam have another potential bluff on the turn. But with that many draws out there, you think he just goes for the jam. There we go, yeah.
Snap call.
You never want to be snapped. No. It's never nice to be snapped in this game. 5 outs, a couple of cards to come.
Yeah.
Backdoor straight on the 7-9 as well. Neither with a club. Oh, there we go. Now that 9 and out.
9.
It's never easy, Jeff.
No, it's not. This. Oh.
It's safe.
And that will
Mateus out in 4th.
be on the 3rd. Nice time to get aces on the button. Trick it. Adrian throwing things on his way out.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought he was quite a gentleman when he loses the table, but it
keel.
turns out he's launching microphones and all sorts.
Still a nice score.
But we can see Sam's obviously going to jam with a lot weaker than King 4.
Yeah, I think he's going to call. He doesn't like it. You know, it's again just these spots.
Same spot, right? You just kind of
don't love
right
it. It's almost like one of those where he knows the book says call, but like he's like, I see, you know, Ivan's here maybe a little less experienced
right.
versus other guys playing. Maybe I could find a better spot, maneuver, call it off. But again, this is like similar to weak ace, right? You just know. Ace a little different because it's just like, oh, they're more likely you're ahead, but still, it's like when he has exactly his hand, Jack 10, 8-9 suited.
Right, you're flipping.
Queen 10. Or sometimes he has 5s though, you know, and then you're
there we go. He does make the call. Sam doesn't like seeing the same suit, but it is near enough a flip. The pot about the size of Sam's remaining chips as well, so Mateus does hold here.
Yeah, big swing. To be fair, Mateus has had a pretty good run today. He's won his flip first right away for his shortest stack, could have been out, and does hit the king.
Wow, king in the window, but a jack pops out behind it. It's never easy. He needs to fade 5.
3 to
2
1.
to come.
3 to 1 lead. Oh.
Extra ounce.
Some good card for Sam, yeah.
They just keep popping out, don't they? These balls never get killed off.
Gets outs but loses a card, so his percentage is actually still got 20%. Oh, hello. Runs
there it is
down.
on the river. Broadway.
Sam just gets it done. Big pot, and he's going to be heads up with Ivan Leow.
Yeah. Quick as that. I mean, short stacks have not been faring too well in these all-ins. Tess Ivey out in 3rd. A shade over 200k.
Little 8x ROI.
Yeah, and he gets a little day off. Sam now out in front, Jeff. Just a shade ahead of Ivan Leow. We're playing 40 bigs effective for event number 2 here.
5 to 4 lead. Got the chip lead, but fairly deep stacked considering. We've seen a lot of short stacks, and definitely anyone's game.
King 8. Ivan with an ace in the big. This one a little bit more playable than the ace 5 off that we saw in 3-bet a moment ago, so decides just to call with it. Queen 8 deuce. Sam takes the lead. Even has a juicy little king of diamonds there.
Yeah, problem with calling the ace 9, and I agree, it does, you know, dominate some other aces, some middling aces or whatnot. It's just hard to connect the ace-9. It's just a lot of times you're going to just completely whiff, and can't blame him for sticking on here. Could definitely have the best hand. If you're Sam, this is not a great card. Get called.
Right.
You're thinking, sort of connects with some of the maybe gut shots, Jack 10s, Jack 9s.
Yeah, the 9-10 and 9-10, and the Jack 10. Both make a pair.
I think Sam's going to be happy to go to showdown here, although he gets a check again. Thinking maybe he's got the better 8 or deuce. He could get some value out of some hands.
8 with an overcard is probably handy Celeste to value bet, but I don't know, maybe not. I mean, does Ivan?
Yeah, I would like a check there, but
I mean, yeah, Ivan still has quite a lot of 10s.
Yep.
With the diamond rolling off on the river. I think if the river was the 4 of spades, for example, then probably squeeze a little bet out there. It's whittled him down, but we saw Sam a minute ago just 3-bet jam ace 8 off. And he's got ace 4 off, and Ivan, he's getting that little bit shorter.
Yeah, Sam plays these small aces pretty aggressively. And he sees he's got separation now, 4.2, 2.7. Could he make a 3-bet?
He's thinking about it again, isn't it? I don't like it again with this. These hands are so disastrous when it goes
goodness.
wrong, and he has
Stepped
gone
into
for it.
And he made a misstep here, and Ivan is going to love what he sees. Sam gets it in ace 4. Ivan snap calls 71%. You can see there are some chops. The ace 4 though, it's a little more powerful than like the ace 6. You got the wheel possibilities there, but it's
Look at this pot, it's 6 million chips. I mean, if Sam is obviously the covering stack, but only by a little.
Ace queen. Oh
wow!
Oh, he's got the spade though. It's
wow. He's
ace
got
queen.
The 4 high flush
I'm telling
draw.
you, man. James,
Ivan,
mark my words. I'm telling you, ace queen never seems safe ever.
Well, it's looking
the
pretty
river,
good now.
Mr. Ivan.
Siama.
Uh-oh. He's announcing. He's letting what's know. He doesn't want to join short deck yet. Good spot.
1 card away from taking a big chip lead. Heads up against Sam Trickett.
Sam is thinking. Oh, he does it with the 4 spades.
He played good.
Oh man.
To win.
Yeah.
Sam
humbled
in victory.
Oops.
Ivan.
He says whoops. I think he knows he made a little misstep there, but that's poker, Jeff. You know, you can get lucky. Ivan Leow, 2nd place finisher, picks up 290k and walks straight over to that 50k short deck. Sam's face kind of says it all. Did it dirty, but he did do it, Jeff, and that's all that matters. He gets his hand on that beautiful millions trophy.
Wow. Sam Trickett, late reg. Last one in, last one out.
Right.
Good style to have.
Guys, let me introduce you a new champion of 25k Holdem event on Millions Super High Roller Series in Sochi, Sam Trickett. Woohoo! Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell us a bit about the final table.
The final table was quite straightforward for me. It's just I played quite tight. I went in there playing quite tight. I was 2nd in chips, and you're always looking to try and ladder and play pretty conservatively and just try and get yourself, 3-handed and take it from there. Yeah, I ran really well. Didn't actually play my best today. I played really well yesterday. But yeah, I mean, sometimes the luck's just on your side and it's meant to be, and whatever I did seemed to be the right thing to do. And even though I got lucky on the last hand, and Ivan was unlucky, and I think it was actually a terrible play by me. Yeah, but I do make terrible plays every now and then. Sometimes I have little moments. I'm a little bit rusty with no limit, so I just feel really lucky because no cards fell my way today.
I know that you planned to have some ski here.
Yeah.
Is it important for you to have some activity outside the casino?
Yeah, I personally like it because when I get bored, I tend to drink and make bad decisions and gamble and blackjack and random things because I get too bored too
Ski
easy.
is a bit better.
Yeah, so it's good for me personally when I come to these events and skiing because it's one of my hobbies as well. I love it. It's a passion of mine. So it's been really nice hitting the slopes here, and I haven't hit them as much as I wanted to, but I plan to hit them moving forward. Yeah.
I know that mostly you like more Holdem events, right?
No, I actually prefer PLO. I'm basically now a PLO cash game player, but I play no limit Hold'em tournaments, just randomly every now and then. I'm sponsored by Partypoker, so you know, it's always nice to attend their events and play. But yeah, I still enjoy him. I still love poker. Like, I had some cool hands the other day, and I've still got a passion for it, so I enjoy playing them from time to time.
You know, I just wanted to ask you, you play poker for so many years already. Is it a hobby for you right now, or still be your main job?
No, I've invested in some businesses and things that are going well outside of poker. So it's become a little bit of a hobby, yeah, if I'm honest now. I play for fun now. I'm not really trying my best, and I'm not putting the effort in that I used to. When I was younger, I used to try every single day. I'll be playing every single day, studying and working, and really motivated. But I've had some success, and it's gone really well, and I've took my foot off the gas a little bit in terms of how hard I work. But I'm happy for it, and because this life's hard, it's exhausting. If you want to like compete with these guys at the top level, yeah, you can do it, and I've done it before, but the truth is you have to put in effort every single day, because they are, and they're more motivated than you, because maybe they haven't had the success you have, and you know, and it's quite hard to maintain that motivation once you've achieved things you've always wanted to achieve. So you know, the motivation wasn't there a little bit, so I don't play the high rolls as much anymore, and I still enjoy them. And I love them, and I like getting in there and battling with the best players, because I'm a competitive person as well, and it's the only time I really get to compete anymore, because I don't do any sports.
Sam, what's your plan for next months?
I don't really plan forward too much, but I'm going to be going home, taking a couple of weeks off again. I normally do after I've been away for a long poker trip, because it's quite exhausting. But I've got some work to do, because we're launching Tricket's Room VIP Lounge in about 5-6 weeks. So there's a lot of work to do, designing the tables and setting it all up. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, because I'm trying to change online poker and bring it to high stakes. It's kind of dead, and it's a shame really, because there is high stakes players out there, and so I'm just going to try and build good games for everyone, and make people enjoy themselves a little bit more. And I've got some things lined up that I think players are going to like, and also should level the playing field a little bit as well. So yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Ooh, sounds great.
Yeah.
We plan to organize poker school in Moscow now.
Yeah.
Can you give some advices for new players?
Just try and learn from your mistakes. If you're just starting out, play quite tight to start off with. Don't try and play hands that are difficult to play. Start off playing like really strong hands. Make the decisions a little bit easier. Yeah, and try and learn from your mistakes. Don't be results orientated. You know, if you play a hand bad, like say I just did on the final, yeah, don't just like think, oh, I won, so I did everything perfectly, because it's not the right way to think if you want to make money long term. Like, you've got to like be really hard on yourself and analyse your play, and look for your faults, and you know, kind of ignore the things you do well. Well, not ignore, but acknowledge, but like don't really dwell on them, and don't dwell on bad luck. Just look to improve all the time, be really hard, speak to other people about it, and just play as much as you can.
1, 2, 3, yeah. Very good. Really, you're the best.